Pumptober, and Pumptober is actually real, guys. Wow. So they're just going straight for moon here, huh? Again, my thoughts are October is going to be bullish until we hit that black swan, probably maybe by the end of this month. Oh, not to mention Q4 has begun as well. Okay? So, let's see what this quarter will bring to the table from Mr. Zoom. Historically speaking, XRP has had its biggest gains in Q4. Okay? Q4, guys. So this is the quarter which has been activated. Okay? And during this period, what has XRP done in the past, right? Because the past proves the future and the future proves the past. So let's go back to 2013. 2013 XRP during Q4, okay, quarterly returns, green, 150% in the green. 2014, 426% in the green. 2015, 9% in the green, still in the green though. 2016, a red quarter appeared, minus 27%. 2017, 1000%. 2018, minus 39%. This was the bear market, I'm pretty sure. 2019 minus 26%. 2020, we got minus 8%, and now we enter the realm of the lawsuit, right? 2021 minus 12%, and then 2022 minus 29%, right? This was like a black swan type of years, guys. Okay, so I wouldn't really measure that, I would say. But 2023 plus 20% in the green, and then 2024 plus 240% in the green, guys. Wow. So mainly, it has truly exploded during Q4, right? So what will this quarter bring for XRP? A lot of green, or will there be some red, right? And usually when it's red, guys, it's not too red, if you guys notice, right? But when it's green, it looks like it's very green, okay? More times than not. So I'm ready, guys. I truly am. And here comes CZ. And look what he says here, guys. But again, if we truly want moon, right? If you guys really want moon, guess what's about to occur with the 5-day moving average on the USDT dominance chart? We're getting there. We're getting close to that point where it chooses its direction, and that's where I'll get maximum bullish. As soon as we go below that moving average on the 5-day, which we'll talk about in just a second. But first, CZ the Insider comes about with not predicting the future, and don't get too excited. A September and a pass, my first crypto cycle, just data. He just tweeted this out yesterday, okay, on the 30th, and he was pointing to the coming months here, okay. The person who's a literal billionaire, guys, is saying possibly we're going to repeat history, but 2017's history, where in Q4. What was the price of Bitcoin? This looks like Bitcoin's chart. It was at 4.3K. Okay. It just went on a parabolic run all the way to 20K, guys. All within this quarter, and this is what CZ's pointing out, right? If this is the case, obviously all season will happen, all this stuff will happen, but I'm just worried about that black swan coming in. But not yet though. I think later. Maybe later this month towards November. Now, CZ says, markets always try to shake out the weak hands. The foundation of support is more solid without them, right? So here's my plan for now, guys. What did we mention? I do believe October will be green, right? But on the back end, which nobody will pay attention to, is that monthly bearish divergence that has been confirmed on XRP and Bitcoin charts, which usually what they do is in the beginning they trick investors, right? They pump it. Right, if there's a bear diff or if there's a bull diff, they dump it in the beginning, and then the actual divergence plays out. Right, it takes a little bit of time, I would say. But if we really want true moon, this is all we have to pay attention to. I can't believe. Look at that. Look how fast the thing moves, guys. Right, one candle we're all the way up here. The next candle we're back to almost retesting it. As I stated, we're going to come back to this level at some point, right? Because it never retested when it broke out during this candle, guys. You guys see this candle right here? It never broke out. I mean, it broke out, but it never retested it, right? The moving average. So at some point, we will come back down to retest this level, guys. Okay, and when we do, if you guys want true moon, this thing has to go below like this, right? It needs to be below this moving average. Why? Because this one line has held Bitcoin down for years now. Not necessarily for years, but almost a year. Okay, almost a year now. It's just purely one line, right, that has held Bitcoin down in this whole top trend like this, guys. Oops. This whole area, right, that one line has held it down. Okay. So if you want true moon, we're about to see a retest happening. Okay, but we cannot retest it and hold it as support. If we hold that as support, that's really bad news. We have to go below and hold the candle. We have to have the candle below this moving average and hold this moving average as resistance. When that completes, it's literally moon, I think, right? So that's the last step towards moon, guys. And then after this move is completed, they're probably gonna induce a black swan, right? If they do truly go for full moon here, right, the black swan will probably appear later. So that's what I think will happen, guys. The decision will be made soon. We have to go below that moving average if we want true moon, I think. Okay, so again, Pumptober is actually a real thing, guys, which we called for. October is going to see some green. From Machiguru, Justin, $9.3 trillion asset manager Vanguard is considering offering crypto products to its clients, Bloomberg reports. I told you, institutions are not going to get left behind when there's so much money flowing throughout this industry. And the crazy part is, all this is happening before the Federal Reserve turns really extremely bullish. You guys realize this or no? Right? Imagine they're setting the rails right now for the bullet train to even run on. Right? For the train that has the fastest speed possible to run on those rails, guys. That's what they're doing here, setting the rails. So when QE starts, right, the money printer goes on a bazooka spree, and then the Fed starts buying all this, literally the whole stock market. That's when true moon, the actual moon, happens. But before then, the institutions are like, okay, let's get ready. Let's start offering our services or crypto services to our clients, right? So they start buying in, and it's not only we're literally talking about Vanguard that is holding $9.3 trillion for their clients, guys. Trillionaires, right? Trillions. They're coming in, most definitely. Then we see from Ash Crypto, target rate probabilities for October 29th of 2025 Fed meeting. And what we see here is the odds of a October, I can't believe, because usually what happens with these Fed meetings, guys, is that there's a meeting and then the next month there's no meeting, but then there's a meeting right after, right? It's like they take a pause in between meetings, guys. But this time it's one after the other. I think November's is a pause or no meeting, right? And in December there's another meeting, if I'm not mistaken. But October, it's guaranteed 99% for a rate cut, guys. That's wow. That's actually crazy, huh? That these rates are gonna go down. I told you, as soon as they cut once, they're just gonna keep cutting, guys. They're not gonna stop, right? Because now we're in a cutting cycle. Now this will give extra fuel for us going higher, but true moon occurs when this thing is at zero, right? Or really low, and the Fed comes into play. Breaking: U.S. government officially shuts down as well. Okay, the United States government has officially shut down, guys. Now, is this okay? So we know that there's a lot of chaos out in the streets, but what about within the charts? What happens when there's a government shutdown? Is it bullish or bearish? Here comes from Ted Pillows. The U.S. government shutdown has happened today. During the last two shutdowns, Bitcoin pumped first and then dropped sharply. Will this time be different? So let's check this out, guys. This is actually a crazy chart because it basically tells the future of what may happen. It's not guaranteed because nothing in the markets is guaranteed, guys. But here's Bitcoin charts, Bitcoin and Bitcoin. Okay, the middle chart is on the 8 hourly, but again, it's basically the same thing. So the government shutdown is this line right here. Okay, the government shutdown happened right there during this candle, and then it pumped. Bitcoin pumped a couple $1,000s. Right, this was back in 2018. It pumped a couple $1,000s. Then right after, it dumped. Okay, Bitcoin's price dumped. Let's see what happened in 2019. Okay, basically a year later. So the government shutdown happened right here. Okay, and then we pumped again, okay, like $1,000 of a pump right there, and then right after we started to dump, right? We started to dump. Interesting. So both patterns have repeated before. The government shutdown happened right here. We're starting to pump a couple $1,000s. Okay, what appears next if we're following history? Are we gonna start dumping, right? I'm not quite sure, but the previous times, by the way, when Bitcoin did dump, it went down to minus 23%, minus 18%. That's ridiculous. If we go down minus 20%, let's just average it out a little bit. Minus 20%, guys, is just diabolical, right? Because that'll take Bitcoin down. Wow. Low 90Ks. Now, I don't know if that's going to be true as of right now, because I think that's way too soon, in my opinion here. So I don't think that's going to happen right now, but later it may due to a black swan. I think in the month of October, we're going to be bullish because it's called Uptober, right? Or October, or Pumptober, I like to call it. And I think the black swan comes later, guys. But if we really want true moon to occur, we already know which chart to look at, right? It's clear as day. All we need to go be below is under 4.34%. That's it. If you want true moon and hold this as resistance, we just have to complete this condition, in my opinion. But that's it. Right now we are moving up. Insane, huh? Wow. So get ready. Let's see what this month brings. I'm pretty sure a lot of green, but if we do dump, don't fret, because I think we go higher this month. But anyways, guys, so hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I guess see ya.